Coming up on this edition of Talk of the Town, we're going to be finding out all about this year's Guernsey County Fair and all the things that we can expect from it from the board president, Mr. Brian Winters. We are also going to be talking about the big Cambridge Firefighters Golf Tournament. Hey, listen, I can't even remember the full name of it because there's just so much. It's a mouthful. We'll get it from Brian Vorhies from the Cambridge Fire Department, as well as Shawn Thompson, the golf pro at the Cambridge Country Club. Lastly, but not leastly, we'll be talking to Shawn Murphy and to Chad Redfoot about something called Dagger here. It looks to me like it's the kind of thing that you'd find at the Renaissance Fair, but we'll find out all about it on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, Ohio, it's Talk of the Town.
And welcome on into a brand new edition of Talk of the Town, live to tape from the U.S. Bank Studios here in downtown Cambridge. It is Jeremy Scott in the pilot's chair. And, of course, we've got Adam Green behind the cameras, turning the knobs and all that other good stuff.
It's a brand new week. It's a little chilly this week.
It is. I'll tell you what, not very spring-like outside. At least it hasn't been as of this taping.
Like fall.
Yeah, a little bit. It definitely does feel a little bit like fall outside. But not that that's a bad thing. I mean, I enjoy wearing this pullover, so, hey, it works for me. Hey, I'll tell you something. Speaking of fall, one of the things that we're always excited about towards the end of summer, beginning of fall, is the Guernsey County Fair. Here to talk about that very thing, we have got Mr. Brian Winters with us. Brian, good to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
You.
And I think the big news out of the Guernsey County Fair Board is the fact that we are bringing back some national talent to the musical stage this year.
Yeah, after think about a 5-year absence, we've got Craig Morgan doing the headliner of the show this year on Wednesday night, September 11th. But opening for Craig will be Ryan Robinette, local guy.
Yeah, he's from Senecaville, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
So tell me about that process. Tell me about the rationale, first of all, behind bringing back a nationally touring act, but second of all, how you go about, I guess take me behind the scenes a little bit of what it's like to get a national act to commit.
Okay, well, first off, we had this requested of us for several years. Like I say, I think it's been 5 years since we had a show. Decided maybe now was the time. We sat down, committee, talked about a few names of who we might want to get in there. We got to find somebody that kind of checks all the boxes of what the local people want to see.
Sure.
We kind of come up like not knowing which direction to go, so we threw it out, did a Facebook poll. We had, I think, 3,500 responses to that poll.
Wow.
And there were like 5 acts that were almost tied for the lead. So we took and we get a booking agents, Variety Attractions out of Zanesville, tell them what we're looking for, then they act as a go-between between the fair board and the entertainer. So we tender an offer, in this case to Craig Morgan. He accepted the offer, then we work into the contract phase. Contract's about 20 pages long of all the little things that we need to have arranged. So they worked out the contract between the fair board and Craig Morgan. We did contract Ryan Robinette on our own, though. He was very high in our voting. A lot of people said, hey, he's a good local guy, let's give him a chance. So we contracted him to be the opener for the show.
I think that's so cool. I think it's so cool that you're able to do not only a nationally touring act, but an up-and-coming nationally touring act who happens to be from our neck of the woods. And that's got to feel like it's coming full circle for him. He's got to feel just on top of the world, the fact that he's able to come back and play for his hometown folks. A lot of friends and family are going to be in that crowd.
Yeah, he really does. And he did a Facebook Live for us a couple weeks ago and had a lot of people hit on that. And he continually says over and over again how that, you know, when he was a little kid sitting in the grandstand watching the show, thinking someday maybe I can be there. And now I think he's really looking forward to coming back and doing that.
I've got to ask this question as well. If you've ever been to thesmokinggun.com, they have got copies of all the contract writers for all kinds of nationally touring acts. What does Craig Morgan's contract writer look like? No brown M&Ms in the dish?
No, Craig Morgan's is really pretty straightforward. He's a pretty down-to-earth guy. The booking agent, there are some oddities in there, but nothing real strange with him. Most of those got marked out. I think all we really need to do for him is provide meals for the crew, a couple cases of water, and just usually 10 white hand towels and case of water for him, I think is about it. But over the years, I've seen some of them. There are some pretty strange ones.
And the fact that you were able to get Craig on September 11th is huge.
Yeah, I think he'll really play on that. He's got a background, military background, outdoorsman, so forth. I think he'll really play up to that.
So the $1 million question, the meat and potatoes of why you're here, when can we get tickets and where can we get tickets?
Tickets are on sale now. They went on sale 1st of May. Track seating per se is $30, grandstands $20. We've got a special that we're going to run through the end of the month, $5 off on those tickets. Now the grandstand, what we're going to do is put some bleachers down there, but really just have it wide open. Bring your own bag chair. We sold seats down there before, and sometimes we get some complaints. People buy seats, but then everybody stands up. So we just thought we'll just sell it wide open, do whatever they want within reason.
Okay, so people can get tickets right now, and as of this taping, if you're watching this during the month of May, you actually can get a discount on those seats, and then obviously if you're watching this into June and there are still tickets available, that discount does not apply.
That's correct, yes. You can get them at etix.com. The links are on our website and our Facebook page.
So what else can we expect out of this year's fair, Brian?
Okay, we've kind of redid the schedule somewhat. Some of the favorites are there as usual. Monday night's the NTPA Truck and Tractor Pull. We moved that to Tuesday last year. It got rained out, so we put it back on Monday where it's always worked. Tuesday night, rough truck race. That had been a Saturday night event. There's some local guys that run a national circuit that is in Indianapolis that weekend. They haven't been able to race locally, so we moved it back to Tuesday night to let those guys race locally. Of course, Wednesday night we've talked about, big show. Thursday night we're having Extreme Rough Stock Rodeo.
Oh, wow.
A lot of bulls, broncs, some barrel racing and roping, kind of a more roundabout rodeo this year. Friday night's Fast Track Motocross. There are some local riders that compete in that too, so give the local kids a chance to ride in front of the home people. Saturday is the unsanctioned truck and tractor pull. It's kind of regional, not regional in the eastern U.S., but kind of in like the 10-county area. A lot of local competitors in that, and for the first time we're having a class of street legal diesel trucks. So the local cowboys can come out and hook up and show up what their buddies can do.
So Karen Boyer, if you're watching this, we know where you'll be that night. And again, you can get all this information on the Guernsey County Fair Board Facebook page, the Guernsey County Fairground Facebook page as well. I'm sure that the entire schedule of events will be listed there, as well as links to buying tickets for the Craig Morgan and Ryan Robinette show. That'll be on September 11th. That is sure to be a fantastic show. Really looking forward to partnering up with these guys, because each and every year the radio station always does 96 FM and, of course, KC 105. With Craig Morgan being out there this year, we're looking forward to some extra special partnership. And stay tuned to see what all that will entail. Well, I'll tell you what, Brian, it sounds like it's going to be one banging year at the Guernsey County Fair. Thank you so much for coming on. And hey, I'm sure that this won't be the last time you and I speak between now and September.
We can do it.
All right. And we'll be back with plenty more Talk of the Town live today from the U.S. Bank Studios here in beautiful downtown Cambridge.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
And welcome back to Talk of the Town here at U.S. Bank Studios. I am Jeremy Scott. Don't forget to go back and you can watch all episodes of Talk of the Town on our Facebook page, YRPTV Home and Talk of the Town. You can also watch it on YRPTV on YouTube, from the very first episode we did to the very last episode we did. And of course, all future episodes will be archived there for your viewing pleasure. That's right. So, you know, we talked a little bit about the Guernsey County Fair. That's a little bit more fall-like, end of summer, beginning of fall type thing. Something that is going to happen in the dead of the warm season will be this Cambridge Firefighters big-time golf tournament. And here to talk about this very thing, we have got from the Cambridge Fire Department. I was going to say Cambridge Volunteer Fire Department, but it's not a volunteer fire department. He is actually on staff there. You are not actually a volunteer.
No.
You are like a full-timer there.
That's
Mr.
correct.
Brian Vorhies, alongside the golf pro at the Cambridge Country Club, Shawn Thompson. Brian, good to see you.
Good seeing
Thanks
you.
for coming on.
Yep.
Shawn, pleasure to see you as well. Before we get to the guy who's supposed to be taking the glory for all this, we're actually going to start with the golf pro over here, Mr. Shawn Thompson. So, Shawn, how did this partnership come about? Because this is something these guys have been doing for a really long time. But to my knowledge, from my memory, I think that they used to do that at a different place. Now it's going to be happening at the country club?
Yes, correct. Brian got in touch with me about maybe trying to do something a little different this year, and being the Cambridge Fire Department, why not be at the Cambridge Country Club? So
that's right.
It's kind of how it's all kind of corresponded.
All right. So when is it going to be taking place, Brian? I know, like I said, it's going to be happening kind of in the dead of the warm weather season.
Right. June 8th at the Cambridge Country Club,
Okay.
2 p.m. start. So we're hoping and praying for some good weather. It's going to come along, and a really good time for everybody's going to be coming out. So
I called this the Cambridge Firefighter Big Time Golf Tournament, but what is actually the formal name of it?
Cambridge Fire Local 910 Golf Scramble.
Cambridge Fire Local 910
Yes.
Golf Scramble. Okay. And again, there will be a quiz later, and we'll see who can say that 10 times fast. But, a lot of this is for you guys. A lot of this is so that you can continue to do what you do for the community.
Yeah, exactly. And what we're basically doing, we host this, we put it on, and we give it all back to the community through so many various charities, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Feed My People, Salvation Army. We do a lot of feed the teams for local sports teams here in Cambridge. We'll cook up a dinner at the station, bring groups in so they can come in, at least get a dinner on us. We just do whatever we can to help out the community.
But not only that, Brian, but I have to think that part of this is just for the upkeep of all the stuff that you guys have. You guys have a lot of equipment. You guys have a lot of uniforms. I mean, there's so much that goes into the fire department.
There is a lot that goes into the fire department, and we're fortunate enough that a lot of our city residents and through our fire levies and taxes and things like that, we're able to keep that up. We are this year going to do like a fill the boot type thing where we're actually going to have a golf ball drop. So we're going to have the ladder truck down there at the golf scramble. $5, get you a golf ball, and we're going to dump all the balls out of the fire truck onto the green. First one in's going to win it. So it's going to be like a 50-50 contest, and something different for us, and an opportunity for some of the golfers to see the ladder truck, and that's kind of like the crown jewel of the city. So we're excited for that.
Absolutely. That's a neat way to do a 50-50. I mean, you see 50-50s, and there's nothing wrong. I'm not trying to put down the traditional 50-50,
Right.
but the fact that there is a way to incorporate it with the whole theme of the golf scramble, I think that's a really neat thing.
And I'll give credit to Shawn for that one. That was one of his ideas that he thought so.
Well, now, Shawn, is this an idea that you just kind of came up with in your head, or is this something that you had seen done elsewhere? You can be honest with the people. This is a safe space, Shawn.
I've done ball drops. The ones I've done were in the city. We did out of a helicopter. I just thought it'd be neat with the fire department getting the truck out there and incorporating that.
Yeah.
As God is my witness, I thought golf balls could fly. Anyway, no, that's a different kind of drop from a helicopter. So if people want to sign up for this, Shawn, how do they go about doing that?
They contact Brian's fire department or myself there at the club.
Okay. And is it a three-man team?
3-man teams.
3-man team,
Correct.
okay. So
Gotta keep you honest.
Okay, I tell you what, there's nothing quite like seeing just how good you are, being on a team with other people. And this is a full 18 holes?
Absolutely, 18 holes. If Mother Nature allows us, the driving range will be open ahead of time. We'll have some fun out there as well.
Okay, what kind of fun?
A long drive contest using flight scope and just video analysis, some different things.
Does that kind of become a skins game?
Oh, well, there'll be a skins game as well.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
There will be a skins game that will be a part of this too. And how about the clubhouse? Will the clubhouse be open to cook up the good eats and, of course, serve up the cold drinks?
We've got dogs and kraut that's some of the firemen will be taking care of for us, and afterwards we'll have a little cookout buffet for the guys as well.
Very nice. So, I asked Shawn a little bit earlier, Brian. I asked him about how this whole partnership came about, and I mentioned the fact that you guys had done it elsewhere for a lot of years. What made you want to switch to the Cambridge Country Club?
Well, this kind of got thrown in my lap this year. It said, hey, we need a new chairperson. And I thought, well, Wildfire in New Concord has been a very gracious host to us for the past 30 years. So I just wanted to try out something a little different and see where it ends up, so. we'll see.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's made, I don't know if you've been out there to see what all he's done with the place, but if we could stroke Shawn's ego a little bit, you know.
He's done wonders out there.
I don't, is this kind of stroking his ego behind his back? I'm not sure if this is or not, because I'm talking to you, not to him.
Right.
But I mean, really and truly, the place looks fantastic.
Yes, it does.
And I mean, what a cool place to go and do something like this. I know that he's got all kinds of local teams. You know, I've been there and I've seen the leaderboard. I've seen some of the leagues that he has there. A lot of faces that you know, names you know, go to the Cambridge Country Club to golf.
Absolutely. And something I wanted to throw in, you know, we're always looking for partners, businesses in town. So if businesses are watching this and you guys want your business listed on a tee box, we'll gladly be able to do that for you guys and help get your name out there. And you're also helping out the community as well. So.
How about like individual donations for the event or business donations for the event?
Sure.
Can you do anything with those?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Come to the fire station, give us a call. We can do whatever we can to help you guys, help your business out, help us out in the process. And I should also add, for our blowout this year, this really nice set of golf clubs that Cambridge Country Clubs help facilitate us to get. So you're going to get the bag, putter, irons, and a driver.
It's a Brutus bag.
Yeah. You're not going to win them all at once. So you're going to get 4 opportunities to win one of these pieces, and these are really nice high-end.
Before we wrap this up, Brian, how much does it cost to sign up?
$75 per player.
$75
and like I said, that includes golf, 2 free drink tickets.
Oh, wow. You see, you didn't say that last time.
2 free drink tickets, whatever you want to go with that. And you're going to get fed afterwards. So it'll be a really good time. You know, we're going to have other side games going on. So we're just really looking forward to it.
Well, and again, you're supporting not just one cause, but many great causes. Absolutely. Because the Cambridge Fire Department supports many great causes. Brian Vorhies, hey, pleasure seeing you as always. Shawn Thompson,
great seeing you.
Good to catch up with you and keep it going, man. You're doing a good job out there.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Segment number 3 of this edition of Talk of the Town from the U.S. Bank Studios here in Cambridge. It is Jeremy Scott. And Adam, if you want to go ahead and pan out, I'll tell you what, we have all kinds of stuff on our prop table over here.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, I think this is the most this prop table has ever been used, save for maybe the time that we had the farmer come up with all kinds
armory.
of... Yeah, I tell you, this is like a full armory, almost like an armory mixed with a blacksmith shop. I'm not sure what all it is. So we're going to get it from the experts over here, joining us on studio to talk a little bit about Dagger Here. That's the name of this thing. It's called Dagger Here. I've got Shawn Murphy and Chad Redfoot. Shawn, good to have you on.
Yep, thank you.
Chad, thank you so much for coming up. Shawn, we're going to start off with you, though. First of all, Dagger Here. First of all, it's not exactly spelled the way that you would think that it's spelled.
No, it's not.
So how is it spelled?
Dagorhir.
Now, is this the name of your organization?
Yes, it's nationwide. It goes from Maryland to Maine to California to Florida. It's nationwide of the United States, and it was at one point worldwide.
Okay, so is this something where people pay to join? Is it like this is the local chapter, the local branch of Dagger Here, and you have to pay dues for a larger organization? How does that work?
The organization itself, no. The realms, depending on how the realms are, that basically is your local group. We call them realms or chapters.
Okay.
They will set a set point of their own militia of how they want to try to get funds from people who join or want to be part of it.
So do you actually get together and recreate medieval fighting scenes, that kind of thing?
Yes. Dagger here is based off of Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit.
A lot of people around here are fans of that.
Yes. Or some people think of Game of Thrones also. Yes, there are people who love to build the weapons themselves. There's people who like to just build and actually be vendors and sell the weapons that they make, or the leather work that they make, or the metal work that they make, or clothes. Then you also have the fighters who just want to fight, and they'll get garb and go out there and learn techniques of how to swing the weapons, how to shoot the bows, shoot the arrows, and perfect it.
So, Chad, the stuff that you're wearing right now, did you create that stuff, the stuff on the table and the stuff behind us as well?
Yes.
Is this stuff that you guys made?
Yeah, I make 80 to 90% of everything I wear.
Oh, wow.
The boots and the pants I didn't make, and the armor, but everything else I made, even the pouches.
Really?
Yeah.
How long does it take to make something like that?
My stuff is top tier, so it's going to take twice as long as a regular outfit would. So if you hand stitch a tunic, is what our long robe type shirts are, they're about 10 hours to do by hand. But if you use a sewing machine, a couple hours.
Okay, so which do you do? Do you do it by hand or do you use a sewing machine?
A combination of both.
Combination of both?
Yeah.
All right. So, Shawn, what all do we have with us right here? I mean, what all did you bring to show off?
Okay, so if you want to start back here.
Sure.
We have weapons, and each weapon has a color code. This one doesn't, but if you look at my quarterstaff, which is this big, lovely, gorgeous Q-tip looking weapon, makes you sort of think of gladiators back in the 90s.
Yep. Reminds me of jousting.
Yes. It is a blue and a green, which means I can strike with it and stab with it. Now, this would be considered a red, which would be like a long sword in medieval time. This is just a big shield buster. You hit shield twice with it as hard as you can, call out red twice, and it will bust and break a shield.
Oh, wow.
Then you have these lovely beauties, which are hammers, and they are just basically blues. You just whack and hit. Then on the table you have, as you can see, his armor is metal, whereas mine is leather.
Oh, yeah. And did you create this? Did
No,
you make this?
I bought these
Okay.
from a vendor.
Okay.
And then you have daggers, which are just stabby. They just started making new ones that are both a striking surface. So basically it looks like a really small sword. It will be able to stab and strike at the same time. Then these are your blues, which is like a short sword in medieval time. They are basically just hit.
Okay.
You strike with this side or this side, never strike with this. And then you have Chad's lovely creation right here. As you can see, it is an axe, and that's basically what it is. It's just basically he can go behind a shield, pull it out, and strike somebody in the back with it.
Okay.
And then the fun and one of the most dangerous weapons in DAG are arrows. These are called modified. You can make them as modified heads, which basically means, say the shaft breaks, and most people who do archery can contest that it can break. Mm-hmm. You can just unwrap it, pop it off, and put it on a new shaft of an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to be safe. The most dangerous part are these lovely things, because these are the only things that we can't cover.
Right.
So one of our main rules in Dagger here is if an arrow is coming towards you, never swing towards it, because what you can do is knock it and hit it and maybe get it to go backwards and hit somebody in the face with it.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So, and then you got shields, which
I got it right there.
his lovely shield Chad does excellent work with shields, as you guys can lovely see.
Well, he's got all kinds of symbols on it and that kind of
Yes.
thing. So I have to think that that symbol is something very near and dear to you. I have to think that that's something that you created for some kind of reason. It's got some kind of meaning behind it.
It's I'm based off Lord of the Rings. I
Okay.
am Baldwin. It's like the White Dwarf.
Gotcha.
It had the beard and stuff, so I want for his younger years.
Mm-hmm.
And those are all ruins from the movie production too.
Interesting stuff right there. It's called Dagger here. And again, if you want to find out more information, do you guys have a Facebook page?
Yes, we do. It is. We just changed our realm name, so I'm
Okay.
sort of still kind of learning how to pronounce it right.
Okay.
Ethelland.
Okay.
It's EDHELLOND of Dagger here.
All right.
But you can also go to just daggerhere.com.
Very cool.
And that will give you basically the history and the lore of Dagger here.
Shawn Murphy, as well as Chad Redfoot. Guys, thank you so much for coming up and sharing a little bit about this. Neat stuff. I think this is the first time we've ever had anything like this on Talk of the Town. We'll be back to wrap up Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Thanks again to all my great guests on this edition of Talk of the Town. Again, from the Guernsey County Fair Board, Brian Winters, the president, telling us all about that exciting news. Craig Morgan and Ryan Robinette to headline the show on September 11th. How neat is that? Getting a nationally touring act, 2 nationally touring acts, one of whom is local, to come and play our dear fair. Also, from the Cambridge Fire Department, Brian Vorhies, as well as Shawn Thompson from the Cambridge Country Club, telling us all about that golf tourney. Hey, get yourself signed up. Really and truly, you'll be supporting some great causes. And from Dagger here, now that we know what it is, we can actually say it with confidence exactly what Dagger here is. Shawn Murphy as well as Chad Redfoot. Hey, don't forget to be looking for all kinds of graduation stuff on the YRP TV Home of Talk of the Town Facebook page, as well as YRP TV on YouTube. ABC Video Productions, they're busy guys this coming weekend as of this taping. I'm saying this weekend because they have got the Cambridge graduation, they have got the John Glenn graduation, and the Meadowbrook graduation, and Mideast graduation as well. So you'll be able to stream that as well. So you'll be able to check those out again on the Facebook page as well as the YouTube channel. And if you would like to keep it for posterity's sake, you can actually order the DVD. Look for the order forms to be coming up at eagleradioplacing.com. For our producer man and ABC Video Productions guru, Mr. Adam Green, I am Jeremy Scott saying, have yourself a fantastic day, night, or otherwise.